Worden Harvey, 85, Charleston, South Carolina. Catherine M. Sullivan, 84, Manchester, New Hampshire. Robert F. Tucker, 95, Scottsdale, Arizona. Dolores Hebert, 88, Pittsfield, Massachusetts. Mary Lee Seaton, 78, Manchester, New Hampshire. Oscar Angel, 72, Las Cruces, New Mexico. Manuel Armijo, 64, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Rusilia Benavides, 76, Las Cruces, New Mexico. David Briss, 70, Bosque Farms, New Mexico. Serafico Carrillo, 89, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Alan Burke Andrews, 77, Las Vegas, Nevada. Robert Bruce Dudley, 84. Gregory Piestrup, 53, Las Vegas, Nevada. Clifford Sullivan, 88, Las Vegas, Nevada. Richard Weisdorf, 84, Las Vegas, Nevada. Philip T. Arman, 89, Carson City, Nevada. Larry Paul Germain, 65, Reno, Nevada. Thomas E. Cullen, 86, Orchard Park, New York. Molly Gordon, 94, Beverly, Massachusetts. Grace Woodall Tutton, 93, Orchard Park, New York. Nancy Jane Drake, 70, Hornell, New York. Thelma G. Houdeling, 91, Bath, New York. Sally Sue Mendez, 56, Plentywood, Montana. Daniel James McGuire, 88, Washington State. Donna Suzanne Pittman, 81, Lake Orion, Michigan. Joseph C. Perel, 93, Levittown, Pennsylvania. Philip A. Ventigli, 74, Hamilton Township, New Jersey. Linda B. Alman, 74, Warren, New Jersey. James Alman, 73, Warren, New Jersey. Sophie V. Billy, 90, Bridgewater, New Jersey. Joan M. Cargill, 81, Somerset, New Jersey. Louis George Chazen, 74, Spring Lake Heights, New Jersey. Elaine Kupka, 86. Peter P. DeLuise, 63, Homedale, New Jersey.
Thank you very much, Heidi. And I think Suzanne and Angela are not here. So we'll skip ahead. And Ralph is not here. I have a couple messages on my phone that I should probably attend to because it might be those people trying to figure out how to access the meeting. So do you mind if we just take a really fast break and I will check my phone, okay? Instead of forging ahead. Thank you. And feel free to talk amongst yourselves. And I'll be right back.
Well, I'm curious if any of you have already gotten the COVID vaccine or not.
I have received my vaccine. I will take the second vaccine on the 27th of this month. It didn't hurt, didn't feel anything. I've had no side effects. I'm just incredibly grateful that I had the opportunity to take it.
Great. Well, I'm signed up to take it today at 1, actually. However, they sent, I live in Bell County, Texas, and they sent a message saying, oh, that they hadn't got the vaccines yet, and that maybe I should come back later on Thursday, anytime between 9 and 8 p.m. that night. So I don't know if really I'll get the vaccine or not, but I kind of want to go today and just check and see if they did get the vaccine.
Well, it's 12:30 now. You need to be there at 1. Mohammed?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we can go ahead. I'm sorry, but I missed who that is. That,
Oh, that's Valerie.
okay. All right, Valerie, do you want to go ahead then?
Okay,
If you
thank
have
you.
to
I
leave.
appreciate it.
Sure.
Okay. Salvatore Martinez, 84, of Trumbull, Connecticut. Kathleen Francis Hoffman, 67, Hartford, Connecticut. Kurt Kevin Vibner, 66, Waterford, Connecticut. John P. Giuliano, 87, Wallingford, Connecticut. William F. Bone, 71, Wallingford, Connecticut. Margaret Lucia Booth, 82, Groton, Connecticut. Robert G. Howard, 73, Middletown, Connecticut. George J. Sirois, 78, Hartford, Connecticut. Catherine M. O'Connell, 79, Sherman, Connecticut. Christopher James Hyland, 70, of California. Martha Eddie O'Brien, 86, Hartford, Connecticut. Leroy J. Spaniel, 82, from Massachusetts. Alice Virginia Zaransky, 84, Connecticut. John A. McCall, 79, Petaluma, California. Catherine M. Goodwin, 82, Bristol, Connecticut. Edith Newman, 94, Petaluma, California. Jack Raymond Riley, 96, San Bernardino, California. Cecilia E. Dunn, 88, Bristol, Connecticut. Claude Reno Doucette, 84, Torrington, Connecticut. Dennis A. Rogers, 76, Harwich, Massachusetts. Gilbert P. Mauriello, 71, Bristol, Connecticut. Harry J. Goralski, 79, Southington, Connecticut. James Joseph Ross, 57, Danbury, Connecticut. John Patrick Robertson, 81, Colorado. Mary C. Lipsky, Hyannis, Massachusetts. Ruth E. Paulette, 88, Bristol, Connecticut. Mary Selman McIntosh, 90, West Simsbury, Connecticut. Grace Elizabeth Etheridge, 95, La Jolla, California. Luther Estel Lee Etheridge, 99, La Jolla, California. Robert James Slape, 79, Amarillo, Texas. James Terry Smart, 73, San Angelo, Texas. Dorman Dell Brogdon, 78, Saches, Texas. Vernon Ray Mansfield, 62, Texas. Jesse F. Perez, 90, Midland, Texas. Ardith Ann Park, 85, Plano, Texas. John Dennis McCarthy, 68, San Angelo, Texas. And I just wanted to add one name of a friend of ours in Guatemala, where we live part of the year. His name is Oliverio Perez, and he had diabetes, and so he died of complications. And he was a really wonderful man and a wonderful friend. Thank you.
Ruth, you were on mute.
Why do I always do that? Okay, Robin, we still don't have Suzanne, Angela, or Ralph, so Robin, you're next.
Okay. Mary Stewart, 92, of Houston, Texas. Robert Berman, 92, from Dallas, Texas. Amy McClue, 52, Pinedale, Wyoming. Bernard Lee Didier, 95, Valley City, North Dakota. Carol Bernice Bra, 87, Garrettson, South Dakota. Brian Surat, 34, Chicago, Illinois. Flavio Velez Cornejo, 60, Humacao, Puerto Rico. Rosemary Werley Monroe, 87. Ruth Morrow Anders, 82, Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. Mitsuye Nimura Tanamachi, 97, Mesquite, Texas. Arnold Bernard Gorin, 76. Yolanda Marie Columbus, 65, of Elkhart, Texas. John Mark Hall, 81, Colleyville, Texas. Dennis Oliver, 49, of Texas. Marilyn Louise Hensley, 85, of Katy. Vicki Diane Morton, 72, of Texas. Ron Peterson, 79, Waco, Texas. Monty Wayne Suttle, 69, Fort Worth, Texas. Joan Irene Osborne, 91, Fair Oaks, California. Gilmore Perla, 99, Sacramento, California. James Rodarte, 79, Auburn, California. Jose Joel Romo, 64, Sacramento, California. Joseph William Kingston, 82, Salinas, California. Leonard Peralta Perez, 64, of California. Dennis Dieter Powers, 58, Prunedale, California. Margaret Zwingman, 98, Salinas, California. Clara Johnson, Santa Clarita, California. Kenneth Francis Roderick, 74, Allen, Washington. Lupe San Miguel, 45, of California. Nancy J. Delgado, 59, Oxnard, California. Mark Stephen Jones, 67, Ventura, California. Otilia Santana Lizaola, 71, Oxnard, California. Nellie Lerma, 74, Hanford, California. Linda K. Hurd, 73, Richardson, Texas. Diana L. Morales, 83. Gary D. Zintgraf, 77, San Antonio, Texas.
Thank you very much. California, a lot in California, and that state is having it really hard right now. So our prayers are with them. Elaine.
All right. Delilah Balboa, 51, from Corpus Christi, Texas. Felix A. Herrera, 90, Corpus Christi, Texas. Suyapa Josefina Grell Urbina, 62. Gilbert Gobo Esparza, 53, El Paso, Texas. Janice Lynette Cobb, 80, Jersey Village, Texas. Sebastian Sebe Cardenas, 53. Harold Douglas Florence, 77, San Antonio, Texas. James Keller Frazier, 69, Lubbock, Texas. Gloria Hermela Pondo, 88, El Paso, Texas. Matilda Thompson, 74. Evelyn Butcher, 66, Houston, Texas. Lucy Mancada, 82, California. Miriam Villalobos, 30, California. Melinda Ray Brown, 66, California. Josephine Ann Duncan, 82, California. Eugene Jesus Martinez, 69. Leticia Chavez Godinez, 75, El Centro, California. Sharon Ann Brune, 70, Lodi, California. Rose Ishii Osaki, 93, California. Teresa M. Schodorf, 64, Williard, Ohio. Anthony Salvatore Roganesi, 74, San Jose, California. Edwin Lynn Pugh, 61, Modesto, California. Retta K. Pugh, 61, Modesto, California. Floyd James Price, 82, Arkansas. Marvin W. Carpenter, 84, San Diego, California. Paul A. Hinkle, 92, San Diego, California. Wallace A. Dong, 97, San Francisco, California. Lana Jane Pieri, 60, Monterey, California. Jed R. Wood, 60, Palm Springs, California. Larry Vernon Buell, 65, Prescott, Arizona. Kathy Chapman, 78, Sacramento, California. Edna Mae Hirschfeld, 93, Sacramento, California. Rosemary Marie Ruiz, 68, Vallejo, California. David Paul Harris, 54, North Natomas, California. Theodore Teriyoshi Hino, 87, Los Angeles, California.
Thank you, Elaine. Jen, you want to go ahead and then maybe we can break for discussion because we're zipping right along.
Bernice Adele Martin, 93, Fargo, North Dakota. Charles Frederick Kinney, 85, Jamestown, North Dakota. Everett Aristad, 90, St. Regis, Montana. Lucille Gertrude Vetzleff, 94, Valley City, North Dakota. Mary Lou Peterson, 85, Valley City, North Dakota. Myron Arlington Transgrid, 86, Valley City, North Dakota. Richard Edward Tulp, 85, Fargo, North Dakota. John August Olson, 85, Robinson, North Dakota. Avis Marie DeSalle, 91, Center, North Dakota. Carlos Orpeza Canez, 60, Lamont, California. Carla Sue Osgood, 90, Riverside, California. Stella Z. Lopez, 90, Reedley, California. Patricia Dean Dodgen, 84, Austin, Texas. Wayne Eugene Denton, 77, Austin, Texas. Joseph John Rutledge, 88, Kerrville, Texas. Bert William Locke, 82, Wichita Falls, Texas. Charles Winston Bowling, 76, Vernon, Texas. Ernest Ray McKay, 72, Wichita Falls, Texas. W.N. Heffington, 82, Dallas, Texas. Alice Sue Edenshin, 76, Springfield, Missouri. Elton Loy, 87, California. Stephen Lawrence Butters, 90, California. May Mako Kleben, 72, Concord, California. Marilyn G. Smith, 79, Lakeport, California. Shelby G. Sloan, 83, Meade, Washington. Edward Salome, 66, California. Donald Wickham, 94, Watsonville, California. Patricia Jewel Lopez, 85, Modesto, California. Jeannie Carver, 71, California. Roy Eugene Toden, 83, Reading, California. Barbara Jane Schweitzer, 72, Bismarck, North Dakota. Bryce Hill, 87, Bismarck, North Dakota. Carol Ann Peterson, 69, Bismarck, North Dakota. Charles William Snyder, 88, Bismarck, North Dakota. Curtis William Zierle, 71, Mandan, North Dakota. Dwayne Arnold By, 84, Cambridge, Minnesota.
Thank you. If we want to just take a little time to, I actually have a favorite topic that I wanted to throw out there. We hear people talk a lot about going back to normal. And I don't think we're ever going to go back to the way we were a year ago. And I'm just wondering if any of you has some vision, some sense of what life is going to be like when it gets back to normal, when we're adjusted and this isn't hanging over our head, if it ever is like that. So whoever wants to start. Okay, Mohammed, you have to be the first because you're in charge, because you're the CEO.
No, I mean, I think some of the I don't know, I call them silver linings. Some of the things that we have learned how to accommodate and live with staying at home and working from home, or and ordering grocery online and picking it up or having it delivered. Uh, some of those things I think will stay on because if I can work from home, and I know there's several companies who are now offering to pay the cost of internet service so you can work from home because it's cheaper for them for you to work from home, and maybe they'll just cut down the size of their offices and things like that. And I think uh, ordering online and picking up groceries at the curb, if the grocery stores keep on providing that service, I think that will become the new norm. So I mean, those are the benefits that I see out of this. But I don't want to focus on the negative. Not right now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's you kind of have to balance that out to sort of have a vision of where we're going. But I mean, how many of you work from home, are able to do that, or your job has been able to allow you? Yeah, just a couple. Yeah, I'm fortunate also in that I can work from home. So what is does anyone have like a greatest hope? Like, what do you first want to, what's the first thing you would like to do that was reflected in normal life that isn't available anymore now? Yeah, Jocelyn, you had your hand right up.
Yeah, I would love to take a trip somewhere. I have no issues with wearing a mask. We've lived abroad most of our adult lives. We lived in Japan a couple of years and wearing a mask was normal. I have no issues with that. I love being able to order food and have HEB put it in the back of my car. We just started using Grubhub, so I'm really, really happy with that. But I really miss the social interaction. I want to take a trip somewhere. I want to get on an airplane and feel comfortable going somewhere again. I fear that too many of us will become hermits, and I don't know that that's necessarily healthy for the economy or our social system in general. But I am really happy with all of the other advantages that COVID has illuminated.
And I think Carmen, did you have your hand up also? Yeah, you're muted.
Yeah, just hugging people. That's what I'm missing the most. Hugging.
Yeah, that's funny. I was thinking about it the other day. The last time I went out for coffee with a girlfriend, we didn't hug because it was like just right at the start. And so she said at church they were doing something like this. So we did that rather than hug each other. But who else? Robin, you had a...
Yes. Yeah, I actually really like being at home. I live on 5 acres in the country and have animals, and I've been very happy, but I would like to know that I could go or I could invite people over. And my work is as a college professor, and I think it would be really nice to actually be able to meet with the students. Even though I do enjoy doing my work from home, I think that interactions in the classroom are a lot more fun and productive.
Mhm. And someone else?
I think I'm just concerned. I have 2 young children, and I just am concerned about their long-term social aspect with school. You know, I have a daughter with special needs, and her favorite thing to do is to hug her teachers. And I know they do hug, but I know that, you know, it's a lot different this year.
Yeah.
So, and I just, you know, pray for those children that they can overcome this and be socially, you know, and just figure it out socially, I guess.
Yeah.
So, because it is different for them, and I'm sure that some of them just don't even understand it.
Yeah. I think a lot about that, like what do they think, you know, when they're told, well, there's this terrible disease and you have to wear a mask and all that sort of thing. Like when I was 5 or 6 or 7, I can't imagine how my mind would have processed that. So,
yeah.
So anyone else, or shall we get back to reading names?
I can say for myself, having adult children that live out of state, that's what I will most look forward to, is being able to be reunited with those kiddos that live out of state. So
Yeah, I know what you mean. Every year we go to Jersey for my dad's birthday. He's what, 84 now, 83?
83.
83. And he told us, you know, I don't want you to come. So yeah, so we had Zoom. We had a Zoom birthday party. Then my daughter had a Zoom birthday party, and we have Zoom family meetings every week. So I guess, you know, we all should have bought stock in Zoom. So anyways, anyone else? Yes, Elaine.
Elaine, you're muted.
I'm also looking forward to a family vacation. We have adult children, and also I'm just wondering what it's going to be like to relearn feeling safe in different environments, because now it's, am I safe here, or what's going on? And I guess just getting past the new normal of not an instant reaction of worrying about where you are and other people. And
yeah, that's interesting. Anybody else? Heidi?
Heidi.
I'd like to see a show, like go to the theater or, you know, see a concert or a play or go to the ballet or something like that. So that would be nice.
Yeah. Or Broadway or something like that. All right. Well, then we are going to go on to, let's see, who's next? Alyssa, where are you? There you go.
Here. Great. And just dovetailing off of what Elaine said, I also feel the same way, that I miss just interacting in public space, and just what that, you know, I feel like we've retrained ourselves sometimes to have that knee-jerk reaction or that fear of the stranger or anything that's spontaneous and surprise. And I think it's, you know, when things go back to semi-normal, it'll be nice to hopefully not have that muscle memory and not to be thinking always about strangers are something to be fearful of, that because it's about community, right? And meeting, just having new experiences. And so that's what I look forward to. And of course, being able to see loved ones again. So so now I will read. Okay. Emil Terranis, 93, Bismarck, North Dakota. George T. Ressler, 86, North Dakota. Glenda Arlene Neustel, 80, Jamestown, North Dakota. John Justa Wright, 79, Helena, Montana. Andy Johnson Moore, 88, Waco, Texas. Jean Price Nowlin, 74, Waco, Texas. Nedra Lee Cole, 78, Waco, Texas. Roland D. Patillo, 97, Waco, Texas. Sherry Deanne Pilgrim, 56, Waco, Texas. Wilma Culp McCutcheon, 90, Waco, Texas. Norma Elaine Williams, 64, Navasota, Texas. Tommy Eldon Thomas, 83, Bakersfield, California. Lisa Monique Little, 43, Bakersfield, Texas. Billy Marie Rogers, 92, Southern Pines, North Carolina. Clifford Earl Holland, 80, Wauhechka, Florida. Mary A. Ellis, 86, Beaumont, California. Freddie L. McCain, 75, Dothan, Alabama. Virgil Labor, 93, Fontana, California. Johnny Godwin, 84, Florida. Lawrence Irwin Klein, 86, Newport Beach, California. Rodney Dale Rogers, 72, Dothan, Alabama. Maddie Grace Walker, 91, Muir Freesboro, Tennessee. Gladys Lillian Street, 87, Prattville, Alabama. Janet Carvalho, 83, Kerman, California. Adeline Myers Manning, 74, Opelika, Alabama. Peter Hanoian, 90, Fresno, California. Joyce Glenn Van Benthuyesen, 95, Auburn, Alabama. Ronnie Wayne Myers, 72, Opelika, Alabama. Gail Sherrill, Fresno, California. Rick Yamamoto, 62, Clovis, California. Carmen Ortiz Huerta, 88, El Centro, California. Raul Arce, 87, Calexico, California. Claude Negrete Cardenas, 87, El Centro, California. Abel Lopez Corral, 66, Brawley, California. Herminia Duron Miramon, 85, Calexico, California. Frida Magdalena Miller, 97, Lodi, California.
Thank you very much, Delissa. And Jocelyn?
Roy Arthur Strethlow, 73, Elk Point, South Dakota. Joni Berry, 89, Beverly Hills, California. Wendell Ray DeGeis, 72, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Anthony Mitchell, 79, Rapid City, South Dakota. Birdie Mae Lethleen, 66, Rapid City, South Dakota. Karen M. Augerbright, 57, Hot Springs, South Dakota. Carl A. Gibson, 72, Rapid City, South Dakota. Richard Barlow Smith, 74, Jacksonville, Alabama. Tina Ruth Marshall, Jacksonville, Alabama. Wiley Eccles Bryant, 85, Alexandria, Alabama. Joe G. Logan, 78, Gadsden, Alabama. Martha Hunsucker, 75, Steele, Alabama. Sina Mae Hutchins, 75, Alabama. Norman S. Luton, 74, Seal, Alabama. Richard E. Heath, 78, Valley, Alabama. Albert Hunter Redding, 79, Notasulga, Alabama. Charles Lynn Pate, 79, Montgomery, Alabama. Charles Walter Calhoun, 93, Alexander City, Alabama. Stephen Cecil Walkley, 74, Orange Beach, Alabama. Jewel Elaine John, 98, Mobile, Alabama. Allison Webb Matthews, 48, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Elaine Marie Averett, 57, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Jeanette Sexton Mills, 91, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Joseph Michael Collins, 68, Northport, Alabama. Larry Pearson, 68, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Luella Raymond, 101 years old, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Beverly Jean Busetta, 85, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Cal Kruger, 71, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Craig Allen Franken, 61, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Delmar David Adamson, 91, Centerville, South Dakota. Dwayne Bernard Fox, 84, Mesa, Arizona. George Gannon, 79, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Harlan James Van Zenscholt, 68, Sioux City, Iowa. James Jensen, 90, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. James R. Woods, 80, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. John Donald Gary, 34, Kansas City, Missouri.
Thank you. Thanks very much. I find it so amazing you live to be like 98 or 101 and this is what takes you. It's just, okay, Anise.
Hi, everyone. Okay, John William Melhaff, 63, from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Marjorie M. Fogel-Lamp, 89, from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Martin Preheim, 55, from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Perry Luther Ellefson, 91, from Mission, Texas. John Thomas Spencer, 92, from Point Richard, California. David Allen Barker, 44, from California. Paul Walter Constantino, 84, from San Jose, California. Irene Ann Wilkinson, 92, from Matthews, North Carolina. Charlotte Caudell, 65, from Turlock, California. Ronald Lee Berryhill, 82, from Napa, California. Rosalia Mendez, 67, from Forestville, California. Vera Brewer Vecchio, 96, from Napa, California. Herbert Franklin Bryant, 71, from Orange, California. Herbert Joseph Evers, 88, from San Juan Capistrano, California. Jean Shelton, 91, from Colorado. Louis Ann Abbott, 91, from Boulder, Colorado. Lynn Tigeson, 81, from Boulder, Colorado. Nancy Carol Mahan, 74, from Longmont, Colorado. Robert E. Dippo, 91, from Boulder, Colorado. Robert Wayne Roth Nelson, 89, from Boulder, Colorado. Nancy Carol Mahan, I'm sorry, I said that, sorry. Thomas Mifflin Hughes from Boulder, Colorado. Betty D. Oakes, 95, from Highland Ranch, Colorado. Daniel Wilson Porter, 98, from Colorado. Donald Dale Wall, 86, from Denver, Colorado. Leonard Zacco, 86, from Bismarck, North Dakota. Lloyd Lauer, 86, from Bismarck, North Dakota. Loretta Rasmussen, from 69, from Bismarck, North Dakota. Lorraine Morlock, 89, from Bismarck, North Dakota. Marlis Lean, 90, from Bismarck, North Dakota. Marvin T. Mitlinder, 72, from Tappan, North Dakota. Susan G. Follendorf, 70, from Bismarck, North Dakota. Terry Lee Nelson, 74, from Bismarck, North Dakota. Doris Diamond, 95, from Denver, Colorado. Casper Franz Periconi, 91, from Denver, Colorado. Harry Barton Mindlehill, 74, from Rocky Ford, Colorado. Jane L. Ledesma, 82, from Colorado.
Thank you very much. You know, a lot of these people are on the wall and I'm picturing their faces, you know, as you're calling their names. It's like I know them. Let's see, Kathy.
Okay. Lynn H. Gray, 78, Denver, Colorado. Morris William Sandstead, 78, Louisville, Colorado. Ronald Hedstrom Jacobs, 74, from Colorado. Sharon Lynn Vogel, 74, Aurora, Colorado. Steve Johnson, 66, Bradenton, Florida. Walter Kowalczyk, 83, Littleton, Colorado. William L. Bredar, 95, Denver, Colorado. Gary Lee King, 83, Brush, Colorado. Donald Ward Henderson, 87, Broomfield, Colorado. Edward P. Schlegel, 64, Grand Junction, Colorado. Franklin Gerard Dagley, 80, Grand Junction, Colorado. Lois Arlene Harper, 85, Grand Junction, Colorado. Nancy Ruth Anderson, 90, Grand Junction, Colorado. Thomas Dale Montgomery, 74, Grand Junction, Colorado. Eva Mae Bunges, Greeley, Colorado. Frank E. Delgado, 75, from Colorado. Frank R. Maestas, 86, from Pierce, Colorado. George Lineweber, 83, Greeley, Colorado. Inocente Sarinana Jaramillo, 74, Garden City, Colorado. Joe Salamanca, 68, from Colorado. Laban Maydeen Sharp, 91, Greeley, Colorado. Larry Howard Layton, 80, Green Valley, Arizona. Mary Lynn McCadden, 83, Greeley, Colorado. Robert Walter Larson, 92, Greeley, Colorado. Vernon McKinney, 69, Greeley, Colorado. Luetta Schaefer, 68, from Colorado. Sally Blankfield, 76, Los Feliz, California. Marjorie Platt, 98, Los Angeles, California. Howard David Schoenfield, 62, Miami Beach, Florida. Walter Schreiber, 94, from California. Stephanie Gray, 74, from California. Manuel B. Vieria, 70, Brentwood, California. Thomas Cambites, 79, Bismarck, North Dakota. Viola Caroline Ackerman, 94, Bismarck, North Dakota. Walter Morlock, 92, Bismarck, North Dakota. Eloise Tyler, 89, St. Louis, Missouri.
Thank you, Kathy. The first one you mentioned, Lynn Gray, I worked with him way back in the early 80s in New York, my first job ever. So it was just odd when I came across his name. Mohammed. Do you have your list? Are you muted? You're muted. You're muted. He's across the hall from me. That's why I'm like, you're muted.
I'm sorry. Whenever I get a chance, I work with the volunteers who are uploading these victims' profiles to the wall. Right now, we have a little over 1,100 victims honored on the wall. And when I looked at the list that Ruth gave me, some of the ones I recognized because I uploaded their stories and uploaded their pictures and posted them on the wall. And when you go through that, it's really you read their stories, you read what they did. Sometimes it's really sad. These folks were just wonderful people, and they did just awesome things. And here's comes this virus just hits them. Some of them died within 2 weeks. I just uploaded a profile where this young lady, 33 years old in Missouri, died at the age of 33 in a week. It's really sad how this virus is impacting everybody across all age groups and across all communities. I hope by this time next year things will be better. Hopefully, this vaccine program will crush this virus. Hopefully, a lot of folks will listen to the scientists and doctors and get vaccinated so we can get rid of this virus soon. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna go through this list. Kathleen Gross Garvin, 64, from Harville, Ohio. Noemi Perez Botello, 76, from Houston, Texas. Margie Alejandra Pizza, age 39, Alvin, Texas. David Gutierrez, 52, from Tomball, Texas. Sergio Galicia, 63, from Katy, Texas. Keith Brian Grasso, 64, from LaPorte, Texas. Dean Pryor Perkins, 65, from Houston, Texas. Eloise Tyler, 89, St. Louis, Missouri. Evelyn Butcher, 66, Webster, Texas. Helen Jones Woods, 96, Sarasota, Florida. Bruce W. Sowalski, 68, Sand Lake, New York. Robert David Lipman, 58, Buffalo, New York. Harvey Bayard, 88, The Bronx, New York. Tufan Benner, New York, New York. Philip Hoffman, 65. Maxwell Mark Moselle, 90. Alice Suchek, Oakdale and Breezy Point, New York. Barbara A. Perry, 89, Bath, New York. Glenn Daniel Valito, 62, Bronxville, New York. Dolores K. Hayes, 84, Montgomery, New York. Teresa Ann Kyle, 74, Bethesda, Maryland. Dominic Louis De Rosa, 74, North Point, Florida. Joseph F. Struss, 89, New Jersey. Lawrence Mackel, 69, Tucson, Arizona. Ruth M. Ford, 91, Farmington, New Mexico. Alton Kendrick, 95, Farmington, New Mexico. Anna Baker May, 96, New Mexico. Audrey Irma Caskey, 84, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Marcia Lincoln, 85, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Barbara Ann Bacon, 84, Elk Mills, Maryland. Harold Morris Burnett, 91, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Angelina J. Chavez, 94, Albuquerque, New Mexico. John Walter Platt, 68, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Andrew Sanchez, 63, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Richard P. Valdez, 74, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Petra Flores Leba, 84, Arlington, Texas. Royce Bedford Ice, 88, Farmington, New Mexico. Robert Ullo, 94, Farmington, New Mexico. Jack Anderson Wheat, 92, Farmington, New Mexico. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. You know, the first 6 or 7 people that you, whose names you said on that list are the people who were most recent, their families most recently submitted their stories to the website. So that's why I gave that to you, because it was like a special group of people. Chelsea.
Carla Pomeroy Gibson, 95, San Luis Obispo, California. Fernando Fergoso, 52, Indio, California. Melinda Beth Warnick, 77, Rancho Mirage, California. Andre Marin, 38, Porterville, California. Lena Carol Berlupo, 97, Stockton, California. Colleen Louise Lumen, 71, of California. David James Matthews, 70, of California. Donald Lee Fitzwater, 82, Santa Clarita, California. Clinton Dixon, 79, of California. Rodolfo Valensoy Guboyan, 90, of Ventura, California. Julie Ann Malhart, 57, California. Thomas Arthur Williams, Ventura, California. Martha Jolene Gaines, 78, Malta, Montana. Mary Lee Miller, 83, Rapid City, South Dakota. Ralph L. Williams, 87, Rapid City, South Dakota. Sochi Kim Sinclair, 77, Gillette, Wyoming. Mary Ann Garrigan, 79, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Dwayne Hargens, 74, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Ola Rose Lee Gibbs Sutherland, 93, Oaks, North Dakota. Bernardina Tomosa Oliva, 66, Stockton, California. Michael L. Owens, 65, Stockton, California. Kathleen Reyes, 72, Lathrop, California. Joseph John Ferrano, 64, Sacramento, California. James Arthur Hooper, 75, Incline Village, Nevada. William Charles Minnis, 70, San Francisco, California. Florence Schumacher, 95, Fair Oak, California. James Robert Waters, 84, Sacramento, California. Winford Lloyd Grissom, 91, Alder Bay, California. Benito D. Gomez, Visalia, California. Lowell Parker Dabs, 95, Riverside, California. Jerome Dale Stoller, 83, Euclid, California. Raul Alanese, 53, El Centoro, California. Youngjung Lee, 98, San Gabriel, California. Patricia Ann Beekler, 84, Carmichael, California. Basita Birkenstock, 101, Ashburn, Virginia. Sarah Harriet Johnson, 81, Redmond, Washington. And I'd like to add my cousin, or my husband's cousin, Fred Nagata, who lost his battle just last week.
Yeah, I was so sorry to hear that. When you texted me, I burst into tears. I'm just like, no. Anyways, so my condolences to you and your family and your husband's family.
Thank you very much.
And I guess Camille is not here, which is a shame because she had a story to tell about a loved one, but I'm going to go ahead and read Justina's. Kyra Michelle Swartz, 33, from New York, New York. Patricia H. Thatcher, 79, of Albany, New York. Joel Shatsky, 76, of New York. Robert Bader, 83, of New York. Dave Bushman, 76, of New York. Cecil Hargrove, 84, Dallas, Texas. Richard Paul Stubinger, 93, The Woodlands, Texas. Phyllis Jean Riney, 89, Marshall, Texas. Stephen Brian Thompson, 66, Dallas, Texas. Barbara Jane Gardner, 86, Austin, Texas. Willie Jean Whitaker, 85, Marshall, Texas. Kenneth David Roseman, 80, Corpus Christi, Texas. Lois E. Thomas, 89, Austin, Texas. James Michael Wilkinson, 55, Bastrop, Texas. Donald Feldstein, 88, New Jersey. Gerald Corliss, 83, Holly Hill, Florida. Norman Nelson Mintz, 86, Boca Raton, Florida. Dean Patrick, I can't pronounce it, WRZESZCZ, not sure. 62, from New York, New York. Eileen Grems, 91. Jean Hammond Burns, 97, Hyde Park, New York. Thomas Tarbell Russell, 83, Plymouth, Maryland. Donald R. Adair, 76, Rochester, New York. Morton J. Skirbel, 82, Brighton, New York. Joanne Galoni, 75, Syracuse, New York. Robert Bargon, 88, Staten Island, New York. Dorothy Brunetti, 76, Brooklyn, New York. Louise Fontau, 74, Staten Island, New York. Joseph E. Joyce, 74, Brooklyn, New York. Alexander Weir, 65, Staten Island, New York. Jean Stone Rusnak, 84, Endicott, New York. Louis C. Barbato, 74, Westerly, New York. Martin Flansbaum, 88, Staten Island, New York. Nicholas A. Grieco, 83. George R. Meira, 73, New York, New York. Demetrios Dermos, 66, Orangeburg, New York. Kathleen Agnes Sertival, 96, Yonkers, New York. A lot of New Yorkers in there. And I think that is all the readings we have, unless someone wants to read another sheet, or I can read another sheet. We were missing 4 people, and that really threw the schedule right off. So any thoughts about hearing the names read? And the last hour and a half that we spent.
I think that, we normally update, 25 or so each time. So hearing them just in a long list made it even more, looking at the big picture instead of just the 25 we're doing at a time. So I think thank you guys for organizing this.
Our pleasure. Thank you for being here and for reading and for volunteering. Heidi.
Yeah, I recognized a lot of those names, and as you were reading them, and I was also thinking about how when we're going through these obituaries, we're realizing not only that COVID took the lives, but it also took the time with the families at the end. And it also took away COVID also took away the way the families can celebrate their lives of their lost loved ones. COVID also interferes with that. So it takes away so much more than the life itself. So it's a horrible, horrible thing that we need to get through, and hopefully the vaccine will do that. But as you were reading it, it just reminded me of all the different ways COVID is affecting these families.
Yeah, you're right.
If I can add a comment, I've thought many times this past year about my mother. I moved her down here to be near me when she was 85. She'd lived alone on her own before that. I moved her down here. She lived with me for a while, and then we moved her into what was then the Terrace, is now Brookwood, I think, over here on Bay Area Boulevard near I-45. Not a nursing home, it's an independent living facility. But she depended on me for quite a bit, like grocery shopping and so forth. And I don't know exactly how to describe the feeling. I don't want to say that I'm glad that she died at 99 and isn't here to live through this COVID scare. But I can't imagine how we would have coped during this time without having any contact. It would have been very difficult for both of us. And not to mention that if she had gotten sick with the virus, that I wouldn't have been able to be with her. I wouldn't have been able to say goodbye to her. She wasn't technologically sophisticated enough that we could have had Zoom meetings or anything like that. She didn't even have the wherewithal to do that, or the technology to do it. I really feel for the families of these people who have gone on, and how hard it is for them to cope without any kind of contact with their loved ones. That's all.
Thanks, Bert. Anyone else? Something to share? Elaine.
Sure. I really became familiar with this project through this opportunity. And, you just always hear the numbers and the numbers, but really the stories on the wall of memories, every life that was lived and then lost. It was, I was reading the stories behind the names I read, and it was really impactful. So thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, my husband, his original vision was for a wall that would sort of be scrolling, but it turned out that, technically that didn't really work with what we were doing. But nevertheless, even though it's not a steady scroll, you can sit and watch it. What is it, every 15 seconds? It changes screens. And it is just it's sort of like you're watching the world go by, kind of, and then you remember who all these people are. And it just, it is kind of mind-blowing. But that inability to comprehend numbers, it looks like based on the average daily cases or deaths, we're probably going to roll over to 400,000 tomorrow, which is just unbelievable. And the mind can't comprehend it. And that's one of the things that we're hoping with the website, seeing the faces, reading the stories, that it will kind of help you understand.
Ruth, you know, I'm kind of a numbers person, and when I heard 400,000, I got out my calculator and divided that by my, you know, the population of the United States, and that's like 1 in every 820 people. And it's fearful to see that, you know, by the end of this, it might be 1 in 500, you know, or 750.
Yeah.
And I just look around at, you know, like I just think about it, like I work with 1,500 people. That would be, you know, 2 people in my office I would know that might die, or, you know, but it's more than that, because I hear it from my coworkers. We send out these prayer emails, and so many of my coworkers' families and friends, and they're fighting it or they passed away. And, you know, it's just really sad to think about somebody that I know, you know, has been lost like that. So, but that number is just kind of eerie for me to hear it, you know. Yeah.
And that number shot up so quickly. I'm trying to remember, I read it in the New York Times this morning. I want to say it was like in 5 weeks or 7 weeks or something like that. It went from 300 to 400,000.
Yeah.
Which is,
and I made a, I know I made a book over the holidays of our 2020 COVID experience as a family of 4, and, you know, just the pictures and things. And I think I took more pictures now because we were so close in proximity, being at home for 9 months,
right,
which was good. But yeah, I looked at the numbers, and I looked at it on December 31st, and I was like, this is crazy. And then it just completely changed in this month. So yeah.
Exactly.
So what do you say to those people who say, well, I still go out and I don't need a mask because it's a 99 point whatever survival rate? What do you say to those people?
Well, I'll say, first of all, the survival rate doesn't tell the whole picture, because even surviving with COVID, you can do what they call a long hauler, and you're just sick for who knows how long. And you can have all kinds of damage to a variety of organ systems. So I have that to say about that. Someone else can. Yes.
Yeah, that's true. And but the death rate is still way too high. I mean, I just don't know how to explain it to people.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not a good measure of how dangerous or risky, you know, COVID is. But Jocelyn, go ahead.
Yeah, to follow up on Heidi's point, I am a member, I belong to an international WhatsApp friends group, and no one can understand why Americans are not understanding this concept of the dangers of this disease. I have isolated myself, and we've been in this house for 9 months now. I haven't been to a restaurant in 9 months. And no one can understand why we are not grasping this. This is people all over the world, and we have the highest death rate, the highest infection rate on the planet. What are we comprehending about this?
It's a good question. Anybody have an answer, I guess? Me either. So
well, maybe you are, if you come across somebody who is who think that this whole thing is a hoax, or who think that wearing a mask or social distancing is not really worth it or not effective, maybe you ought to just send them to the website and they can look at the numbers and the pictures of people who have died of this virus. It's
and that's actually why we designed the website the way it is, because it's not just the stories of the people, but it's got the information and the news page, so that you get kind of this overall picture of, you know, it touches your head and your heart kind of thing. So that's why I insisted on the news page. At the very least, I wanted to have that. And you know, I think I have a good variety of articles. So I think that combined with the Just the Facts page, which has information from the CDC and Johns Hopkins and all that, you really do get like some basic education and knowledge of what's going on and perspectives and that sort of thing. So, well, if there's nothing else, Thank you, everybody. Boy, we're getting out like an hour and a half earlier. It's amazing what difference. I think it was 4 people we were missing. But thank you all for being here. And I mean, I think it was everything I expected it to be, just hearing those names. You feel like a certain kind of sense, like you're doing something, even if it's just to acknowledge this person existed, you know? So thank you very much. And we're going to be back doing this again at 4 o'clock. So if anybody wants to come by.
Thank you for
Thank you.
organizing it.
Oh,
Thank
it's my
you.
pleasure. Thank all of you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
doing this.
Oh,
Thank
my
you.
pleasure.
Bye.
Thank you, Ruth and
Thank
Muhammad.
you.
Bye.
Pleasure.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, let's see.